Good everyone, my name is Graphics. In this video, we want to solve a problem involving assembly drawing where we'll be looking at a clamp details. Now if you look in front of your screen, you see a diagram that has different items, and this item, when you bring them together, it forms a what? A clamp. So these are the different items that makes up what? A clamp. Now we are told to assemble these items together, right? If you look closely, we have 6 different items. Item 1, which I will say it is what? The base. We have item 2, we have item 3, item 4, item 5, and what? Item 6. So we want to assemble them together in order to have the clamp, right? Now, if you look at the top right, at the top of this question here, you see a symbol, road projection, and you see this symbol here. It means this is in first angle projection, meaning that the item 1 is the front elevation, that is where my arrow is pointing, and the other one here in item 1 is the end view, right? Looking at it from the side. So taking now, so they are the same figure, the same figure, but in different views. Now, if you look at item 2, the same figure in different views, both in front elevation and what, and in end elevation. Similarly, item 3, item 4, item 5, and what, item 6. Both item 4 and item 5, they are all screws, right? Look at this. This is so we move forward, right? We move forward. So the first thing you should draw, let's see what I can come up with. So the first thing you're going to draw will be the base, like the item 1. That is the component that carries all other components. That is the parent component there. So it brings all other components together, right? So let me first of all draw out what? This component 1 in front elevation. Let's draw it out, which I will call the base. So the first thing you're going to do is to draw your horizontal line this way. You draw your horizontal line, let's say from here to here. You can see that. I'll mark it to be my initial point. Now the entire length here is given to be 152. Is that okay? So I can easily use this my meter rule here. This is from 0 to this point here is 150, right? So if I add 2 more, that will be 152. So this is 152 here. So this is what I actually need. So 0 to 52, or I can use this starting from 1, right? From 1, that means I'll top at what? 160, since you're starting from 1. So depending on how you want it. So what I will now do is I will now take this up with my faint line, and I'll take this up with my faint line. You can see that. Now what we have here, we've gotten the entire length, that is from here to here, right, in component 1. Now we want to get the height. Now if you look at this, there's no much details are giving us about the height, but with the help of our knowledge, we're able to figure out what the height. Now if you look at component 2, right, if you look at component 2 from the base, right, to the center here, I'm talking about still component 1. From the base to the center here is given to be what? 20 from component 1, where my arrow is pointing. From here to here is what? 20 to this center here. So I'm going to measure 20 first of all, from 0 to what? 20. That 20 I measure is a circle, right? So that is, you put a center line to show that what there is a symmetrical object there. So we say that from here to here is 20, right? Now if you look at that component 2, component 1 again, you discover that we're given M10, right? Diameter of that circle there, right, is more like a drill, N10, right? And if you look at component 2 also, you're going to be seeing we're given here to be what? Diameter 10 also. Is that taken now? If you look at this, we have diameter 10 through, and also here we have what? Diameter what? So you see that is diameter what? Diameter 10. We have 10 here, M10, and we have 10 here, right? So it means that this is fitting this. They have the same center here and here. So it means that from this center here now, I'm going to measure from here to here, which is what? 38. So I'm going to measure another 38 here because of that. So 38 up, this is 30, and this is 38 here. You can see that. So this is another height again, 38. From here to here, 38. Why from here to here is what? 20. If you are coming down from that same center here downward is what? 16. I can also measure my 16 downward. So this is 16 here. This is the 16 we have here. Right? So we are here now, which is 38. Now, this radius here, from here, this center here to this point here is arrow. And what is arrow? From here to here is something that's saying from this point to this point, which is what? 16. Start taking now. From here to here is what? 16. So I'll measure another 16 here. At this point here, 16. This is 10. And this is what? 16. So that is the entire height. So I'll just use my faint line here. I'll just close here a little bit with my faint line. You can see that. Now what you need to understand, what is not the total height? Let's see what the total height is. To give you an insight, that will be 70. That will be, let's see, we have from here to here 20. 20 plus 38 is 58. 58 plus 16. That will be around 58 plus what? Plus 16. That will be 74. So from here to here is what? 74. Start thinking now. So this is what we have. So let me bring out that thickness out. Now we deal from here to here is from here to here, right? And you'll be seeing it, since this is the front elevation, we're dealing with this component here. No, they are the same component. This component and this component is the same, right? So we're dealing with this, since we're dealing with what? Front elevation. This is what we'll be actually dealing with. So the thickness is what? 22. So I'll just draw my faint line this way, and I'll measure what? 22. 22. This is 22 here, and I'll mark it. Then I'll take it up. I'll take it up. Just to save our time, so we're doing them simultaneously. Right? Is that up there? 22. Is that taken? So what I did here, this is the center line. This is from here to here, 38, right? So I'm coming here, exactly here. Sorry. This is where I'm coming. Then this has to be what? More of a center line. Now we move forward. Now the next thing that we're going to do is this. We've gotten the entire height. Now what we have here, from here, I'll measure 32. From here to here is from here to around here, so I'll measure 32. So measuring 32 is here, is 32. And I'll measure what? You look at it closely from here to here, 3 millimeter backward. So this is 301, 3. So this is what we have. So I'll just take this down. This is the 32 here, and this is the 3 I take backward here. Now once I've done that, the next thing here that I'm going to do is that from the top down here is what? Is given to what? 50. From here down, I'm going to measure what? 50. So measure 50, 0 to 5 is 50. And that 50, I'll just draw my line this way. I have here at this point. This is 50, first of all. Now, once you've done that, from that point that you measure the 50, right? The next thing you're going to do is you measure 32 down, because from here to this point here is given to the word 32, which will be from here to somewhere around there. So I'll measure 32 down. So I'll measure 32 from 0 to 31, 32 here, right? And I'll just close it this way to touch this. So it means that I'll take in from here to here, and also from here straight up. Then I'll close here from here to this point straight down, right? And also I'll close here up first here. Now we move forward. Now once we've done that, we will now looking at item 3, right? This same thickness here from the top here down is 48, meaning from this top here to this hidden line here is what? Is 48, right? So I'm going to measure 48 from that top, so I'll get that hidden line, because that slider is sliding. This is more of the slider, right? This is sliding along um item 1, going like this. So I'll measure 48 to get that hidden line. That means from this point here straight down to here that you see where 10 is what? Is 48. So I'll measure the 48 straight down from 0, 40, 48 here. You can see that. So this line you're seeing here is given to be the hidden line. Let me just put that so I know what I'm doing here. It's the hidden line that we have here. You can see that. Now the next thing that we are having here is that to get the top, I will now measure 10. From here to here is 10, meaning from this hidden line here to this point here, right, is 10. So from this hidden line up, I'm going to measure 10. So measure 10 from 0 to 10, right? So that is the point here I have. I will just close it off. Now the next thing is from the beginning here, where my arrow is pointing, I'm going to measure 100 and what? 100 and 108, right? So let's measure from the beginning here. I'm going to measure 108. So this is 105, this is 108 here, right? So that 108 is what I'm going to bring down to this point here, 50, the line of 50, because got the line of 50 here, 50 I measured. So I'll bring that down to touch the line of 50 this way. You can see that? And I'll bring this one down too, as shown in the diagram. And I'll close it up. And I'll close it up too. You can see that. Now we're moving forward. Now we have brought out this. Now we'll start fitting in what we have here. I've already, this is my item what? Just don't forget, this is the item 2, right? This is the item 1. So we are still moving. We need to insert item what? Item 3, where my arrow is pointing, right? So at any given distance, I'm going to place in item 3. Now before that, we'll draw item 3 somewhere around there. Just measure, draw a vertical line this way, a vertical line this way, right? First of all, so it should be touching the hidden line. I'm talking about this, the 48 we measured. 48 is from here to here, which is from item 3 from here to here, right? So I'll take it down just with faint line first of all, right? And the next thing I'm going to do, the distance is what? 50. I'm going to measure 50 from item 3, so I'll measure 50 from 5 to 0 is 50, right? And I'll bring it down to touch the hidden line here, faint line first. Now I'm taking 3 millimeter backward. Now if you look at this, it is not actually facing here, it is facing this part. Why did I say so? We're having diameter of what? Of 10 here, right? Now look at item 3. Look at where my arrow is pointing, diameter of what? 10 here. And look at item 4, also diameter of 10 here. And look at item 2, we also have the same diameter here, M12. So all of them have M12. This is M12 here, this is M12 here, right? And also the same thing will pass through this point here. So it means that this screw here, this spindle you're seeing here, is actually going from item 4, it's actually going through item 2 at this radius here, right? And this is where it is here. So it's coming in here, pushing this block. Which block? I'm talking about item 3. Is what? It is pushing it. So it means that pushing it from this point that my arrow is pointing. So it means that this thing is not be facing this side, it will be facing here. So what will I do now? After measuring the 48 here, then what will I do? I'm going to now measure what? Um, I will now measure from the base, from the top, I'll measure 32 downward. From the top here, I'll measure what? 32 downward. So I'll measure 32 downward. 0 to 32. This is 32 here. Right? Then just draw my, take 3 backward too. From here, I'll take 3 backward. From here is 0, 1, 2, 3. Here. Then I'll bring it to touch this 32 I measure here. So I'll bring it down. Faint line first. Right? And I'll close it up too. Is that taken? So I can easily tick in here, this point straight down here, right? So we'll move forward. Let me just close it up. Just faint line first of all. I know exactly what we're doing here. So I brought this shape. Let me bring this out. Let me just stop this here first and bring this one down to here. So we'll just bring this down to here. Now we've done that. Now the next thing is, look at item 5, right? We're told that is the same distance 76 here as item 3, from here to here 76, and from here to here also 76, right? So it is fitting in this point here. That taken because the height, look at the height from here to here is what? 32. And we know from here to here also is what? 32. And here to here is also what? 32. So this guy now will be fitting in those two places. Are we good now? So I'm going to place it here, but we are told that it is 5 meter what? 5 meter thick. So I'm going to measure 5 meter outward in both sides. So let's measure 5 meter outward from here, because we're told it is 5 meter thick. So this is 5 here. And I'll just take it up. And I'll close it here. And also here. Since we are told it is what? 5 meter thick. I'll come here too. I'm going to do the same thing here. 5 meter here. And I'll take it up. And I'm going to close here. Also close here. Right? Now what I have here, the next thing is the screw. The screw is actually coming in here, pushing this, and we're told that it is going in. If you look at this here now, from this block, we're told it is 12 millimeter deep, right? That means whatever I'm measuring from the base here, I'll measure 24 upward. So I'll measure 24 upward from the base. So let's do that. 24 from here is 24 here. Right? This way to it. 24 here. So this will be a center line here. Long, short, long, short, long, short. And we're told is what? 10 deep. What you can see here. 10 millimeter what? Deep. 12. That is 12 deep. I'm going to measure 12 inward from here. 0 to what? This is 12 here. And that is where we have, I'll just put it this way. So it's from this point here, I'm going to measure the entire length, right? So the entire length here from this point is given to be 112, 112 plus what? Plus 16, as what you can see here. And that will give us what? 128. So I'll measure 128 from this point here. This is 128 here. So this is 128 around here. Right? So let me just draw a line, a faint line from here to this point. This is where everything will end here, that screw, right? So in doing that, meaning I'm going to start putting in my screw. That's the screw that when I'm screwing it, it will be pushing this forward and backward, right? I have my reason why I'm using faint line. When I'm done, I'm going to explain some certain things to you. So let me put in the screw. Oh, sorry. We are going to measure 24. This from here to here 24 should be from this point here. So when I measure 24, it will be corresponding with this point here, right? So I'm going to remove this and I'll place it here. So that we're having the same point there. So let me fix that up. Now if I want to put in the screw, I'll be passing in here. So what we should be doing here first is we're told M what? M12, right? So that M12 here, what we'll just simply do is you multiply it by 1.5. When you multiply by 1.5, you'll be having 18. So at this point, I'll pick any point at that distance there. Any point at that distance there. And I'm going to measure 18 with my compass. Half of 18, which will be 9. 0 to 9. Right? And I'll place it at this point here, where I'll draw a circle, front line. Then I'll take this and I'll draw a line tangential to that point. I'll come here too, I'll do the same thing too, the line tangential to that point. I'll turn it the other way around also. I'll draw a line tangential to this point, and I'll do the same thing here too. Then I'll close it up. This is what I'll be having here. So I'll take in all this. You see that? So all this, I'm going to draw them this way. Then the next one to this way. Right? I can just take it down. Faint line first. And this. And this. and this, and this. So this is using your experience in constructing the bolt and nuts to do this. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to draw the cap. We're told that diameter of that is given to be 24, right? So from the center here, this is where it ends, it starts from. So I'm going to measure 12 up and down. Since it's 24, 0. I'm talking about item 4 now. So I'll measure 12 and I'll place at the center point. I'll mark up and down. It's just the same thing that what we have here. So what I'll just do is, what we have there is the sticking on this point, right? At an angle of what? 45 degree, which is what we have here. Let's draw any angle of 45 degree from this point downward. Also, you do the same thing here too. And according to what we have here, we're going to measure 2 millimeter. You can see this saying 2 by 45 degree. That's why I'm using 45 here because given here 2 by 45 degree. So I'm going to measure 2 millimeter downward from here. 0, 1, 2. That is what I'll use. And I'm going to draw this at this point to touch this. Now the next one is we're told the height is 16. From here to here is 16, right? So from this point here, I'm going to measure 16 downward. From here, I'll measure 16. Is 16. And I'll draw my vertical line here. That is 16. Can see that? Now when we've done that, now the next thing is another 45 degree. This time it will be going in this way. 45. 45. Right? And 2 millimeter also. 2. I'll just close it up from here. I'll close it up. Even the base 2. I'll close it up. And here also. I'll just close it up. And I'll close it up too. You see that? Now the next thing is we have a radius of what? Radius of 2. There's an arc here which is just there and it's very small, so I can easily avoid it. So now we'll now focus on this. Now from this center here, we know it is given to be 16, right? So from here to here is 16. So I'll measure from here outward 16. So let me measure the 16 outward. This is 16 here. It will be ending here. So it means that the diameter of 10 that will be here will now be 5, 5 up and down. So measure the 5, 0 to 5 from here, 5, 5 first. So I'll take it to this point. We are still on item 4. So here I'll just take this faint line, though it's not coming out. First of all, I'll just take this. Right now, the next one from that 16, then we have M12, right? So M12 will now be, you will now measure 12 up and down. I mean 6 up and down. So I'll measure 6 from 0 to 6. So I'll place it here. This is 6 here and 6 down. Right? So that one you're seeing will now be what I'm going to draw to touch a distance of from this point. Look at this point to here is what 88. Right? So from here I'll measure 88 first before I draw that line. This is 88 at this point here. This is where to stop. So I'll draw a line, this line here to go and touch it. Straight ahead. 88. Also use the faint line. Here also 88. Right? And what we have here, the 88 I measured is this, and this is going in. So what will happen here? Here will not be what? 45 degree. So we can see here. So let me just adjust that. So I need to draw 45 degree here too. On this point where it meets here. 45. 45. And I'll close it up. I'll close it up too. Right? Then this will come here this way. Here also this way. And I'll not draw this. Since I didn't give us from here, I'll just take this up, touch you. Then from here, I'll take this up, touch you. Alright? Now, don't forget, here is radius of what? 2. Radius of 2 is what we can have there. If I don't measure radius of 2, I can just use my normal, and place it here. Just use my normal line here and just draw this. See that? That's what we have there. I want to. So just radius of 2 here. And I can close it up. Right? Now the next one that's coming is this here, item 6. Item 6 is coming here so that we can easily rotate this screw here. We can rotate it while rotating it. This is moving forward or backward, right? So that item 6 there has it's falling in here, right? And the diameter here, what happened the hole is just 6 mm diameter. It's like what is here too, 6 mm. If you look at this is 6 diameter here, this is also 6 diameter here, right? So this is coming in here. So I can just measure 3 in both sides at the center here. Just do that briefly. Now measure 3 mm at both sides. See, this is 3. So let's place it here. I'll measure this 3 and 3. So this will be going in. Just this way, faint line first. Here to faint line first. So I can easily measure this. So that here is given to be diameter 10. So at any given distance here, I can just put this. Over 2 diameter 10. So I need 5. From here 0 to 5. Now place it here. I'll mark 5. Now take it up. Up and up. Then what is the height there? There's another 5 again. So this is 5 too also. Then I'm going to close it down. Right? Let's close it. Yeah. The radius is so small. So I'll just use my hand. Radius 2 is very small. just close it up. Here up to. And here. And here. Okay. You measure a height of a length of what from here to here to be what? 70. So from here I'll measure 70. 0 to 70. When item what? Item 6. So 0 to 70 is here. Right? So we have this. Then I'll measure 45 degree as shown there. 45 degree. 45 degree. The distance of those two. So from here to here is 2. I'll just close it up. And here down. Then the rest will be going up. Right? The rest will be going up. So we'll be twisting this and we're moving forward. Now, this will be coming here. And let's close this up. Right? What we have here, we have still 45 degrees. Let me just take this downward here. Measure 2 millimeter here first. Just do this. So this. On a normal day, I'm not supposed to put this, right? I ought to clean this off here on a normal day. But because from the question where I told you it is sectioned, so when it's sectioned, that is why all this is showing. So I'll still section it. If it was not sectioned, all this will be hidden. So it will be in between those blocks because it's passing through. But because it's sectioned, that's why I'm exposing it this way because I want to section it. Wow. So what else again? Let's see. From item 3, also with item 1, if you look at this O's we have here, right, is M5 6G slotted CSK head screws that are fitting all this to this component. You know, this component here, item 5. This is my item 5 here, this is my item 5 also, right? So the depth of it is what we are about to do now. What we have here, we're told the length of it is what? Is 12. Right? The length is what? Is 12. And it's given here, look at the arrow here, 3 holes, 1, 2, 3. Right? I'm talking about item 3 now. 10-meter length. So it means that after measuring from here to here, 16, let me do that. From here to here, 16, this 16 here. Right? This will be there. So the depth in is 10 meter. from 1 to this point here is 10 meter, right? So the knot is M5 slotted CSK knot, and we have 3 holes M5CH, right? So that 5 is what we'll do. So I'll just take this a little bit here, and normally if I measure 3.5 here, that is 3, and I place it here, I will mark up and down. That is where the knot will be coming in. So I'll just use faint line here, right? That's my reason. We'll have that, right? So same thing will be applied here too. Same thing will be applied here. So I have this and this too. So if we are to section them, this is what we can come up with, right? So if we're sectioning them, I'm going to section this. This will come this way. 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 And this. And this. Right? Now, even before we move this, I'm coming back to this. So here to this. Here to this. Here to this. 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 Sorry. This. 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 So if we do that, then this will come in and it's going to be different components. Different components. And this. I'll test here. So similarly, let me just put this also. I can section this. So this will go in through. Since I'm sectioning it, I have this. Right? So I don't need this part here. So I can just section this. This will be different. And this will go this way. Right? So before I proceed, there is a hole here. From if you look at item 1, this is where my arrow is pointing, and also you look at item 2, where my arrow is pointing, discover that we're having, for my item 1, we're having M106H, right? So that is the dimension of the screw that is there. Also, at this point too, if you look at this, we're told M106H, right? So we'll call it a slotted cheese head screw. It will be a screw that will come in here. So what I'm interested in now is now the diameter, right? You draw out what is called, you bring out the diameter there. So if you look at that, 15, right? So multiply by 1.5, you'll be having 15. So I'll measure 15. Half of 15 is 7.5. And I'll come here. And I'll place it at this point and I'll mark up and down. So that means that through just draw this some level and this, right? So also some level because the deep here, you say it is the length is um 38 millimeter long, just like what you can see here. So I can easily measure 38 from this point, 0 to 38 from here, 30, 38, right? And what we are doing here, this guy, I can easily do this. So when I cut it, this guy will now be visible, very visible. So that's what we'll be having. I will be drawing the end elevation, which is this that my arrow is pointing. Now, if you look at the thickness is given from here to here, and that is 76. So I'm going to place it here. Just measure any distance of your choice from 0 to 10. At least that'll be better, right? And then from that point, you measure 76. This is 76 here. Half of 76 is 38. This is 38 here. So I'll just take this down, right? And also take this down. And just close it up. You can see that. And similarly, you can bring this out and take this is the center line here. Now what you do is from this center line that you have here, you'll be able to get this. So from the center line with component what? Component 2, right? You can see that is looking from the front elevation, which is a semicircle. So I'll place it here, the radius of this. And I'm going to draw this way. You can see that? Now let me take in that. Then this base here, I'll bring this down. To come down here, and these two to come down here. You can see that, and here also is having this. So what I'll just do is I'll project this. We'll stop here, and the other one 45-degree. Just place my compass at this point first. Here's the inner one, and this is the external one. And the bolts and the nut is this is coming up too, and the height. So the thickness of his guy here, this thickness here, what I'll place here, and I'll mark left and right. Now take it up, front line. Just front line first. Right, and this. I'll place it here this way. I'll come here. I'm going to mark left and right. So here is also 45. So the next one is to project this line here, which is that line my arrow is pointing, right? And I will measure the thickness. If you look at it from here, right, to here is 50. So I'll take half of it, which will be 25, 25. So measure from 0 to 25. I'll place it here. Now measure 25, 25, right? I'll take it to that line, this line I drew here. Just faint line first. So from this line, I'm going to measure angle 60 degree, right? I'm going to measure what? Angle 60 degree. After measuring from here to here, which is 50, so from that 50, the end of the 50 here and here, I'm going to measure and what? 60. As it is this way, this is 60, right? So I'm going to just do that. And here too, 60. Where this meets them, let's remove where this line meets them to now come here, and this will now go here. So I can easily take in this way, and also this way. Then I'll just join here, faint line, and I can actually take here up, from here up, from here up, and from here to here. Now this will be here, so I have to clean all this side and this side here. So taking to this is coming up, this is coming up, this will just be hidden line. See that? And this, I'll close it up. Right, this hidden line. Now what else again is remaining? We know we have some circles, like all these holes, 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, and they are 22 millimeter towards the left and right. So if this is center point, I'll measure 22 millimeter to the left and also to the right. So if I measure 22 millimeter, 0 to 22, I'll place it here, 22 here, 22 here, and I'll bring it down. Faint line first, in this manner, and faint line first, in this manner too. So hold this place, and here has what is called a drill, that again, and we'll call it a CSK head screw. So what I'll just do here is diameter of it will be the same one I used here, right? So I'll place it here and I'll draw the circle here. Now come here also, I'll do the same thing here. The other one at this point will be hidden, because it will be more like it is blocked. So see the CSK, this is what I mean by CSK here. And just draw this and this. I'll come here also, I can do the same thing here. Right? And the other one here will just be if I want to. Then what else again that we have here? if you look at it closely, so that's what we have, right? And the next thing is just to draw the plan. So if here is 10, what I want to do, if here is 10, that means in between is what? Is 5, right? So I'll just take I'm done with the hand view, and I will ask to draw the plan. Let's see. So I'll just draw this vertical line. So I'm drawing the plan here. So what I'll just do is, just like I'm doing my third angle, my first angle projection in orthographic projection, I'll mark here. I'll come here also, I'll mark here. So I'll just project this and this, then this. So at the center point where they meet, I'll use my 45 degrees set square. And I'll project this. And I'll be having this. So this will be that for the plan. Whatever I want. I know that from here to here is my plan thickness, and this is, so if I should, I know this is the center line here, so I should not get that confused. Use my center line here. Right, and if I should bring this down, we know that this you're seeing here is this that is here, right? From the end view, this is the front elevation. So if I project it, it means I'll be focusing on that here and here. So this is what I'm going to take in here and here, then here, and I'll close here up. You can see that. Now the next one should be this. If I bring it down, and I bring this down, it will be hidden line, right? Let me just close it up. Here is, I'm going to thicken it, even with these two coming out, and the center will be hidden. So this will be hidden. Then here just be a straight line, and here also will be a straight line. Talking about this here. Now the next thing is I'll close it up. See that? Now close it up. And here too. Then this side is opened to be like a straight line, right? And what else again? This coming down, coming down here. So taking it, Where's the plan? And this hidden line. And then what else again that we have is let's see, we've done this. The next thing that we're going to be doing here will just be this hidden. If you look at the diagram closely, so what else do we have? Nothing really. So we'll just project this outward. So I have to do that. Let me take my compass. If I measure from here to here, I'll place it here. I measure from here to here. That's where I'm going to take out. Right? So if we've done that, sorry, this and this. And this one will be still the same measurement we're using, nothing else, nothing more. We're just replicating this. So I should place it here, I'll cut this, cut that, that is where I'm taking it out. So we're just bringing them out. Right? So we've seen it like a straight line, just like what you're seeing here, that what you see the same thing here. So I'll just transfer the point here from this point, center point to here is from the center point here upward and downward. So I'll join this, right? This to this, and with what I have here, close it up, close it up. I can just take the radius here since I'm looking at it from here. Now, what else again? I'm just taking here. So, what we have here, we can say that this is the plan, this is the end view, this is the front elevation, right? So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.